Now let's move on to the third part of our lecture, which is factoring. Factoring out a polynomial refers to rewriting it as a product of other polynomials of smaller degree. In this part of our lecture, we will explore different methods and techniques to factor out polynomials. First, we have common monomial factoring. Sa common monomial factoring, hahanapin natin yung pinakamababang exponent ng bawat variable sa bawat term ng isang polynomial. For example, here we have a polynomial in one exponent x. Sa first term, 6x raised to 7, ang exponent ng x ay 7. Sa second term, 3x squared, ang exponent ng x ay 2. And sa third term, ang exponent ng x ay 1. Ang pinakamababa dun ay 1, so pwede nating i-factor out yung x raised to 1 or x. Also, kung mapapansin nyo, lahat ng numerical coefficient ng polynomial na to ay integers na divisible by 3. So, pwede nating i-factor out yung 3x. Para makuha natin yung isa pang factor, i-divide lang natin yung bawat term sa 3x. So, 6x raised to 7 divided by 3x is equal to 2x raised to 6. 3x squared divided by 3x is equal to x. And 12x divided by 3x is equal to 4. Here we have a polynomial in three variables x, y, and z. Ang pinakamababang exponent ng x ay 1, ang pinakamababang exponent ng y ay 2, at ang pinakamababang exponent ng z ay 2. So, pwede nating i-factor out yung x, y squared, z squared. And again, i-divide lang natin yung bawat term sa x, y squared, z squared para makuha natin yung isa pang factor. Here we have another polynomial in three variables. So, ang lowest exponent ng x ay 1, ang lowest exponent ng y ay 2. Tapos, kung mapapansin nyo, hindi lahat ng terms merong nakasulat na z. Merong isang merong z, pero yung iba wala. So, ang exponent ng z sa terms na walang z ay actually 0. Kasi z raised to 0 ay 1. And 1 is a factor of all terms. So, ang lowest exponent ng z dito ay 0. So, pwede natin i-factor out din yung 10 kasi ang 10 yung greatest common factor ng mga numerical coefficient natin. So, if factor out natin yung 10xy squared. And again, we just divide each term by 10xy squared to get the other factor. Now, let's move on to difference of two squares. Let a and b be algebraic expressions. Then, a squared minus b squared is equal to the quantity of a plus b times the quantity of a minus b. For example, let's have x squared minus 1. We can take x to be a and we can take 1 to be b. So this is equal to x plus quantity of x plus 1 times quantity of x minus 1. Now let's have x raised to 4 minus y raised to 6. Note na yung x raised to 4 equal siya sa square ng x squared. And yung y raised to 6 ay equal sa square ng y cubed. So we can take x squared to be a and we can take y cubed to be b. And so we'll have this. Now let's look at another example. we have a 4x squared y raised to 10 minus 3z squared. Note na yung first term, pwede natin siyang paghiwalayan ng ganito. And yung 4, pwede natin siya gawing 2 squared. Yung x squared, yung y raised to 10, pwede natin siyang gawing y raised to 5 squared. Tapos yung 3z squared, pwede natin siyang gawing square ng square root of 3. And remember, by the rules of exponents, pwede nating ilabas yung square. So, we will have 2xy raised to 5. And then, i-square natin yun. Tapos minus square root of 3 times z. Tapos i-square natin yun. And we can take 2xy raised to 5 to be a, and square root of 3 times z to be b. And so we can factor it na. And so we'll have this. Now we have z squared minus the quantity of x plus y squared. Pwede nating i-take yung z as a and yung x plus y as b. And we can factor it na ng ganito. And it's better to simplify yung mga nasa loob ng bracket para mas maayos. So, yung sa first bracket, kopyahin lang natin yung x plus y. Sa second bracket, i-distribute natin yung negative doon sa x plus y. So, magiging quantity of z plus x plus y times the quantity of z minus x minus y. Now we have sum of two cubes. Let a and b be algebraic expressions. Then we have this property, a cubed plus b cubed is equal to the quantity of a plus b times the quantity of a squared minus ab plus b squared. So for example, let's have x cubed plus 1. We can take x to be a and 1 to be b. So our first factor is just x plus 1. And the second factor, it has three terms. The first term is just x squared, and then the second term is negative x times 1. So that's just negative x. And the third term is 1 squared, which is just 1. Let's look at another example. 8x raised to 9 plus 27y raised to 12. Note na yung exponent nung x saka yung exponent ng y ay parehong divisible sa 3. So, pwede natin i-rewrite yung mga terms as cubes. So, yung 8x raised to 9 is actually equal to the cube of 2x cubed. And yung 27y raised to 12 ay actually equal sa cube ng 3y raised to 4. We can take a to be 2x cubed, and we can take b to be 3y raised to 4. So, we can factor it like that. Like, yung first factor ay just 2x cubed plus 3y raised to 4. And yung second factor, yung first term nga ay square nung 2x cubed. Yung second term nga ay 2x cubed times 3y raised to 4. Yung third term nga ay square nung 3y raised to 4. And we just simplify it. So we're done. Now we have the difference of two cubes. It's actually similar to the sum of two cubes. Let A and B be algebraic expressions, then you have this property. A cubed minus B cubed is equal to quantity of A minus B times the quantity of A squared plus AB plus B squared. If you notice, naiba lang yung sign dun sa sum of two cubes. Dito yung first factor niya ay negative yung second term, pero positive yung second term nung second factor. Pero sa sum of two cubes, baliktad. Anyway, let's look at some examples. X cubed minus 1. We can take x to be A and we can take 1 to be B. So we'll have x minus 1 for the first factor, and the second factor we'll have x squared plus x times 1, which is just x, and plus 1 squared, which is just 1. Let's have this other example. 7x cubed minus y raised to 9. Again, yung mga variables niya ay merong exponents na integers na divisible sa 3. So, we can rewrite them as cubes. So, ang 7x cube ay cube root of 7 times x, and then naka-cube lahat yun. And then ang y raised to 9 ay cube ng y cube. And again, we take a to be cube root of 7x, and then we take b to be y cube. And so we can factor it like this. And then we just simplify. So basically, we use the difference of two cubes and the sum of two cubes para mag-factor ng mga binomials na merong variables na merong exponent na divisible by 3 para masulat sila as difference or sum ng cubes. It doesn't matter if perfect cube o hindi yung mga constant. Yung exponents ng variables yung mahalaga. Now let's look at perfect square trinomials. Let A and B be algebraic expressions. Then a squared plus 2ab plus b squared is equal to the square of a plus b. Similarly, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared is equal to the square of a minus b. Let's look at some examples. X squared plus 2x plus 1. Note na yung x squared ay square ng x, ang 1 ay square ng 1, and yung 2x sa gitna is actually x times 1 times 2. So we can factor this to be the square of x plus 1. Similarly, we have x squared minus 2x plus 1. Yung x squared ay square ng x, ang 1 ay square ng 1. Ang negative 2x ay equal sa negative 2 times x times 1. So we can factor this to be the square of x minus 1. Let's look at this expression. 9x raised to 4 plus 30x squared plus 25. Note na yung 9x raised to 4 ay actually square ng 3x squared. And yung 25 ay square ng 5. And it happens na yung 30x squared ay equal sa 2 times 5 times 3x squared. So we can take a to be 3x squared and we can take b to be 5. And we can see na yung isa pang term ay equal sa 2ab. So pwede natin siyang i-factor into the square of 3x squared plus 5. Now we have 4x squared plus y squared minus 4xy. We can see na yung 4x squared ay actually square ng 2x, y squared ay square ng y, and yung negative 4xy ay actually equal sa negative 2 times 2x times y. And we can take a to be 2x, and we can take y to be b. And we can see na yung isa pang term ay actually equal sa negative 2ab. So it is a perfect square trinomial. And we can factor it like this: 2x minus y squared. Now let's move on to quadratic trinomials. If we have a trinomial of degree 2 in one variable with leading coefficient 1, we may use this property. Let a and b be real numbers, and let x be a variable. Then, x squared plus the quantity of a plus b times x plus ab is equal to the quantity of x plus a times the quantity of x plus b. For example, let's have this polynomial in x squared plus 2x plus 1. So it is of degree 2, and yung leading coefficient, yung coefficient ng x squared ay 1. So pwede natin gamitin yung property na to. If you notice, one is actually 1 times 1, and 2 is 1 plus 1. So we can take a to be 1 and b to be also 1. And so this expression is equal to x plus 1 times x plus 1, or square of x plus 1. Now let's look at this expression, x squared minus 2x plus 1. Note na yung 1 ay equal sa negative 1 times negative 1. And ang negative 2 ay equal sa negative 1 plus negative 1. So this expression is actually equal to the quantity of x minus 1 times the quantity of x minus 1, or the square of x minus 1. Now let's look at x squared plus x minus 12. Note na yung 12 equals 4 times negative 3. And yung coefficient ng x ay 1, and it's equal to 4 minus 3. So we can take a to be 4 and b to be negative 3. And so this expression is equal to the quantity of x plus 4 times the quantity of x minus 3. Now we have z squared plus 11z plus 28. Note na yung 28 ay equals sa 7 times 4 and yung 11 ay equals sa 7 plus 4. So pwede natin i-take yung 7 and 4 to be a and b. And so this expression is equal to the quantity of x plus 7 times the quantity of x plus 4. So, paano naman kapag hindi 1 yung leading coefficient? In general, we have this property sa mga quadratic trinomials. Let a, b, c, and d be real numbers, and let x be a variable. Then, this expression ac x squared plus the quantity of ad plus bc times x plus bd is equal to the product of ax plus b and cx plus d. So let's look at some examples. Negative 20x squared minus 11x plus 3. Note na yung negative 20 equal siya sa negative 5 times 4. And yung 3 ay equal sa 1 times 3. And note also na yung negative 11 ay equal sa negative 5 times 3 plus 1 times 4. Or negative 15 plus 4. So we can take a to be negative 5, and we can take b to be 1, we can take c to be 4, and we can take d to be 3. And so this expression is actually equal to the quantity of negative 5x plus 1 times the quantity of 4x plus 3. Note na hindi obvious palagi kung anong technique yung gagamitin, and sometimes kailangan nating i-adjust yung groupings ng mga terms sa isang polynomial para ma-factor siya. For example, let's have x squared minus y squared plus 4x plus 2y plus 3. If you notice, we can rearrange it to be x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus y squared plus 2y minus 1. And yung first three terms actually form a perfect square trinomial. And yung last three terms, pwede natin silang i-group in this way. Pwede, yung negative y squared plus 2y minus 1, pwede natin silang gawing minus the quantity of y squared minus 2y plus 1, which is also a perfect square trinomial. And so we can write it like this. Dun sa first group, it's equal to the square of x plus 2. And dun sa second group, equal siya sa square ng y minus 1. And so we now have a difference of two squares. And so we will have the quantity of x plus 2 plus the quantity of y minus 1. And then all that naka-times sa the quantity of x plus 2 minus the quantity of y minus 1. Tapos, let's simplify yung mga nasa loob ng bracket. So, we will have this, the quantity of x plus y plus 1 times the quantity of x minus y plus 3, which cannot be factored any further. And so we have factored the polynomial x squared minus y squared plus 4x plus 2y plus 3 completely. So this is the end of the third part of our lecture about polynomials. Thank you so much for watching.